Okay, today we are going to analyze the consumer behavior. In our last session, we studied indifference curve and budget line of the consumer. We studied them separately. How consumer preferences can be shown by using a tool of indifference curve, and how can we see the affordability of consumer within his income and the given prices of the two goods, because prices are the market signals to the consumers, and what consumer is taking to the market, that is the income. So when he takes income to the market to buy the two goods, so market will give him or her what? The prices of the goods, then he will decide or she will decide how much quantity of both the goods will be affordable to the consumer. These things are shown by using a budget line. And we also analyze the two things, that due to the change in price of any good, there will be change in the slope of budget line, and due to change in income, there will be the shift of the budget line. That is it. And there is also a map of indifference curves. Indifference curve, basically what does it show? That shows the consumer preferences, the welfare level of consumer. Any indifference curve which is lying away from origin, that shows a higher level of consumer welfare. And any indifference curve which lies closer to origin of the axis, then it is showing a lower level of consumer welfare. Now the question is, indifference curve is showing only the consumer preferences. Budget line is showing us the consumer's affordability. Which bundle of consumption will actually maximize the total satisfaction of the consumer within given income and the prices of the two goods instead? Which bundle of consumption of the two goods along the indifference curve and along the budget line? There should be a single bundle of the two goods X and Y, which will tell us the satisfaction is maximized within given income and the prices of the two goods. So that can be shown by the consumer equilibrium. And consumer equilibrium, it is a point. It is a point where the budget line of the consumer is making a tangency condition. What does it mean? Tangency condition with the highest attainable indifference curve, or it is the point where slope of indifference curve is equal to slope of budget line. Then, now I am going to draw the consumer equilibrium point. This is what these are. X-axis where we are taking good X quantity of X and quantity of Y. The two goods are taken on the axis. This is the origin point. Now I am going to draw the budget line and indifference curve in one diagram. So this is what the budget line of the consumer, that shows what the affordable bundles of the two goods within given income and the prices of X and Y. Now this is the indifference curve. Here consumer is making the tangency condition with good X and Y, that he is going to consume both X and Y. Let me finish it. Now first of all, at this point, the budget line is making a tangency condition with the highest attainable indifference curve. Okay, this single bundle where the quantity of x can be say 3 units of x and 6 units of y, they are lying on both budget line and indifference curve. This is attainable point. So here what is happening? Slope of indifference curve equals to the slope of budget line. So at this bundle, it is called optimum consumption of x and y. What do you mean by optimum? Here the total satisfaction of consumer is maximized within his given income and the prices of x and y. Clear or not? Yeah, but what was your question?
Tangency condition.
Tangent means this is a non-linear curve. So it is going to touch the indifference, budget line is going to touch the indifference curve at single point. Like a circle if you draw and then you draw a tangent along that circle. So that is called a tangent which is touching the circle on a single point. So here at equilibrium, what is the condition of equilibrium? Slope of budget line equals to the slope of indifference curve. Can I write it this way? Change in y over change in x is equal to what? Slope of indifference curve should equal to slope of budget line. What is the slope of indifference curve? We studied last time. That is the ratio of marginal utilities. What it is? It is negatively slope marginal utility of x over marginal utility of y should equal to minus price of x over price of y. We studied these slopes separately in case of indifference curve and in case of budget line. So this is the slope of indifference curve. Here. And this is the slope of budget line. So negative sign is cancelled out. Now the marginal utility ratio is equal to the price ratio. So if you remember, the same result we have reached as we studied in our cardinal approach, the law of equimonetary, where I said each dollar spent on the two goods will give the consumer equal monetary. But in that case, we said utility could be measured in terms of numbers. Here we did not mention how much is the numeric value of utility. But we said these are the consumer preferences which can be shown by the indifference curve. So if I cross multiply this equation, this is marginal utility of x over price of x should equal to marginal utility of y over price of y. Now the same conclusion we are making, but with another approach where utility is not measured in terms of numbers. Rather we said utility can be shown by using indifference curve, and the budget line is another tool which shows us the affordability of the consumer. What does it show? The affordability of consumer. So at this equilibrium point, each dollar spent on x and y will have the same monetary to the consumer again. Clear? If price of x is going to decrease and monetary is same, then this ratio will increase for the consumer and he will start buying more of x and decreasing the consumption of y. Clear? If price of x is falling, so per dollar marginal utility on x will increase and he will increase the consumption of x and decrease the consumption of y. And again where this ratio is equated, that will be the new consumer equilibrium point. So ordinal approach means where utility cannot be measured in terms of numbers. Okay, we had shown the utility by indifference curve and the consumer's affordability by budget line. So consumer equilibrium is the point where the budget line of the consumer is making a tangency condition with the highest attainable indifference curve. So this is the highest attainable. There is a map of indifference curve I said. possible when income of consumer increases and his budget line shifts outward?
Yes.
Definitely, if consumer is consuming a lower quality of food and clothing, the X is denoting food and Y is denoting clothing. So when his income increases, he or she will be buying the branded goods. So he will be on the next level of welfare due to increase in affordability of the consumer. Clear? So when income increases, another indifference curve will be attained by the consumer. If further income increases, his welfare will further go up. Follow my points or not? So if income decreases, definitely he will go below to the lower level of indifference curve. Clear? So now how demand curve can be derived from this approach? यहाँ तक किसी को समझ में नहीं आया? ये कितने में इधर बनाना है? ये साइड. So now how can we derive the demand curve by using this approach of budget line and indifference curve? This is my point. Derivation of demand curve. Derivation of demand curve from budget line and indifference curve approach. Be attentive first of all, then you will be given a time to write down everything. Here, this is X and Y. This is the budget line of the consumer. Clear? Right now, this is the consumer equilibrium. This is the difference curve 1. This is equilibrium level 1. 3 units of X are consumed, and we said price of X was $2. Clear? In the lower diagram, I am drawing quantity of X with price of X. Keep it in mind, here on the axis I am not taking price of any good. This is quantity of X, this is quantity of Y, and in the lower diagram I am taking quantity of X with respect to its price. So now at $2, consumer is consuming 3 units. How much is consuming?
3 units.
3 units of X. So when price of X goes to single dollar, budget line will have outward rotation. Isn't it? Budget line will rotate outward, and there is another indifference curve which is available to the consumer. Now his new equilibrium is here. Suppose he is going to consume 8 units of X. For example, now see, at 8 units of X, the price is $1. So we are having this point and this point. If we join these 2 points, this is now the demand curve which is downward sloping for good X. As price falls, so there will be movement along the demand curve, which we studied in our AS level as well. This is the normal demand curve which is downward sloping, and we had derived it from this diagram. I am repeating it. Before the price change, consumer was consuming at E1. This is, I am only showing what the quantity of X he is going to consume. Clear? So when price of X falls, budget line will become flatter. It will rotate on the right side. So a new difference curve is available at this new budget line. So he is going to consume more of X. His nominal income remains same, only his real income has changed. So at this new price, as consumer has increased the consumption of good X, so by joining these 2 points, we have derived what? A demand curve of a normal good which is downward sloping. Clear? Anything which you do not understand right now? Consumer equilibrium I have explained, and I have explained another thing that is called the derivation of demand curve from this approach. Clear? this is the lesson of today, and tomorrow we will be doing substitution and income effects of normal good and different good. Both of them simultaneously in one class we will be doing that. Clear? Thank you.